Now at 6, we're taking a deeper look at the culture of crime inside gangs and in their neighborhoods. It is the third part in our WTOL 11 series on Toledo's gangs, where they operate, how and why. Michael Sandlin sat down with the leader of TPD's gang task force for an interview. And Michael, many of these gang members are just kids caught up in a vicious cycle.
Yeah, that's right, Melissa. Sergeant Stachura told me how people are pulled into gangs in their own families, why there's less accountability than ever before, and even how people feel after pulling the trigger.
Sergeant Stachura with TPD's gang unit says there's no one simple answer as to how gang members get sucked into the lifestyle of stealing, murder, and dealing drugs. But he's seen firsthand it starts at home, with parents looking the other way or even encouraging crime.
And when we tell them, hey, we caught them with a gun, they were shooting at somebody, I mean, again, the accountability with some parents is just, they want to be more friendly with their kids as opposed to a parent.
And Sergeant Stachura says for the few parents who try to steer their kids in the opposite direction, it's an uphill battle, with the kids' surrounding influences telling them there's respect and money to be earned from gang life. Sergeant Stachura explains he's been working the streets long enough that now he can see it's becoming a generational problem.
When I first came on, the guys that are now dads and raising their children, we were arresting, and I talked to their parents, and now I'm talking to, I'm going through generations, and the same thing comes down to the younger folks act out and they don't respect the older ones.
That means the pieces of advice the older gangsters give to the younger ones, such as settle your differences with your fists instead of your gun, have gone completely out the window. But once they actually do pull that trigger and Sergeant Stachura takes them away in cuffs, all he sees is the face of a scared child, lost in a vicious cycle.
So when we're arresting these 14, 15, 16-year-olds doing shootings, they're like, well, I didn't mean to. And I don't think some of these youthful offenders know the consequences. It's not adding up yet.
Stachura says the only way to discourage kids from joining gangs is to try to help them understand there's only 3 ends to being a gangster: prison, coffin, or eventually walking away. He says the sooner someone chooses to walk away, the more likely they are that they won't make the mistakes that will haunt them for the rest of their lives. Reporting in studio tonight, I'm Michael Sandlin for WTOL 11.